simple way to get everyone to accept the mark of the beast. Starve them out, make them homeless, and keep them sick. Oh, and as far as you talking about the EBT card holders looting stores, that's not going to happen. You see, all it takes is for one city, one store, it doesn't matter for this to happen to. The news gets out there immediately. Guess what happens? Trump sends out the military, not the National Guard. I think y'all forgetting. He got the military on standby. What we saw on these videos of they meeting, that was what they wanted us to see. But you got to remember, the camera turns off. And they had their own private conversation. Why do you think some of them stepped down and got the fuck away? Because of the news that they heard. But I'm going to get deeper into this. You see, they need us to beg them. Because martial law is going to come. Once anybody think about looting, it's going to come. You're stuck in your home. Now, all of you out there that's talking bad about the EBT card holders, thinking to yourself, yo, me and my family okay. I'm going to be honest with you, no, you're not. No, you're not. One or two things are going to happen. One, it's going to run out eventually. Two, when ICE, National Guard, or whoever come to your home and don't think you above nobody else that they can't come inside your home, guess what? Their mission is to make sure they make it as uncomfortable as they possibly can for you. It has to be done. Make the people beg. Cripple them. Knock them down to the ground. So then when they come out and say, well, I'll tell you what, we're going to wipe away your credit. We're going to do all of this. Make sure you eat. We got 15 minute cities, homes for all of you. But all you got to do is just take this little pinch right here, and you and your family are okay. You know what? Without a second thought, millions and millions and millions and millions of Americans are going to do it. The ones who don't do it, they're going to try to put up a fight for a minute. You're going to have many people do it. But here's the problem with it. When you're looking at your kids starving, your wife, your husband, or even your damn self starving, you're going to be like, you know what? It don't matter anyway. I'm going to die. You're going to take that mark of the beast. Get ready for it.
Well, everybody get ready. What district are you in? Welcome to the Hunger Games. I just so happen to be in District 9, and that's where, I don't know, all the shit seems to be jumping right now. When people can't feed their kids, this is fixing to get really nasty. I have friends on both sides of the aisle. I'm not on either side of the aisle because I see what they're doing. This is a plan that has been put into place over 30 years ago. Hunger is the easiest way to control the population, and during a time of martial law, if that does occur, you won't have a way to defend yourself against anyone. Because do you not see that's what it's going to be set up to do? I see the setup. Now, yes, while martial law is a blanket, can be used as a blanket term, I suppose, but if it gets bad enough, they will have the right to come in and take all of your things. You know what I mean? We won't have any rights. I'm telling you right now, this has the potential to get really, really bad. Trust the plan? I'm sorry. I see the plan. And it ain't looking good. Billionaire bunkers make sense now because all of the ones that are controlling everything, from the 13 bloodlines, they're all going to have somewhere to go with their friends while we duke it out up here. It's not going to be aliens. It's going to be all-out chaos up here, okay? Hunger is the easiest way to get everyone to cooperate. And you may be thinking that this is not going to affect you. When you can't afford to go to the grocery store or to put in an online order, it's going to affect you too, because all this is going to do is drive everything up.
All right, Shalom. Welcome back to another video. Let me first start by giving all the praise, honor, and glory to the beloved Heavenly Father in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, love, and salutation to the elect and to you, Akim, pushing His word in truth and in sincerity, while lifting the standard of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, as well as you few sincere Akwath, listening and learning in silence. To you all, I say Shalom. It's the brother Malachiah back with another lesson. And as always, I pray it be edifying to the hopeful elect. All right, this is going to be real quick, straight to the point. All right, something I've been meaning to touch on ever since this whole uproar and these different outcries have been coming out, about this EBT being cut off. All right, as we know now, all these different videos, these hundreds of videos that's been circulating of these women, crying and just sorrowful about the damn food stamp situation. Then you have your portion of them, who's talking about rising up. They getting ready to go into the store and take what they want. And these people don't realize that they're walking right into a trap. All right, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, he has everything mapped out. He knows exactly how you people are going to react when he takes something from you. So this is something that's been pre-contemplated. All right, and it's no secret, man. It's obvious. It's no coincidence. That this is happening all around the time where, Trump, which is the cruel Lord, that it talks about in Isaiah 19. All right, the same spirit, man. That same cruel Lord passing those unrighteous decrees. Forming mischief by the laws that he's writing off, man. All right, with the stroke of a pen, he's changing things drastically. But him signing off that Insurrection Act, which gives him the green light to basically send, the military, these different troops into any city that he pleases. All right, any city that he feel like there could be potential chaos there, he can send the military there, so they can diffuse the situation at hand. All right, so it's no coincidence that law just got passed, and he currently has troops in different cities as we speak. It's almost like they expect for there to be an uprise. So we're looking at this thing through the spirit, and we're judging it. The scripture says a spiritual man judge of all things. All right, you're not just gonna look at this and think nothing of it and just say, oh, they cut out the food stamps and that's that. No, like I said, the so-called white man is laying a snare. He's laying a trap for you people, man. All right, so we gotta take instruction from the scriptures where it tells us to be circumspect in the times that we in. Be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, is walking around seeking whom he may devour. Okay, he's seeking blood. He's seeking to slay Jacob, man. Okay, the wicked is set against the just. Now I want to make mention of something that this woman and the other brother said, which made complete sense. They both said, in order to control the population, all you have to do is choke up on the food supply. If you can control the food, you can control the population. You can control the action of these people. And that's getting ready to happen, man, because we understand that the motto of these elites is order out of chaos. All right, problem, reaction, solution. All right, the problem, all right, the food stamps being cut off, which is going to cause, the groceries to potentially rise up. Them eggs being $12, $13, loaf of bread being $7 to $8. That's going to cause people to take. All right, that's the reaction. And the solution is they're going to come in and try to play the hero and tell you that they could fix it. All you got to do is take the digital ID or take the RFID micro chip. All right, because ultimately that's where all roads are going to lead to anyway. We see this digital system being implemented right before our very eyes. All right, so all of this is just a big plot, basically to jumpstart the New World Order. All right, and you people got to see that, man. You have the prophets here warning you, all the plans of these damn elites, these damn devils, man. We giving you the game. We giving you the rundown before it even happens. All right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because pursuant to Amos 3:7, the Lord said, he's gonna give his secrets to his servants, the prophets, and his prophets are gonna bring the secrets back and warn the flock. All right, the Lord gave us insight, and he gave us the spirit to be steps ahead of this devil, to know what he's gonna do, man, so we can warn you. All right, and the warning is he's setting a snare, he's setting a trap. All right, but we're getting ready to see what's getting ready to happen come November 1st. All right, But us, like I said, through the Spirit, we're going to continue to judge all things spiritual. All right, we're going to sit back and we're going to steer clear. All right, none of you Akim, you Akwaf, don't be caught out there in them damn grocery stores come November 1st, man. All right, get your shit and get out the way, you know, because we're getting ready to see how real this thing is finna get. These people making threats, let's see if they stay true to it. All right, well, let me grab a couple scriptures, get in and get out. All right, I gotta grab 2 Corinthians. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, right? Us being those that are attentive, those that are measuring times diligently. All right, and if you're measuring the time diligently, you would know that these devils are running out of time. All right, so them running out of time means they have to speed up the process of their new world order. They have to basically use the rest of their time wisely. So they're not gonna waste their time with a perfect situation where they can implement, either a law or whatever they want to bring in. You know, they can't waste the whole situation. They can profit off of this situation. If Jake rises up and he does goes in the store and starts stealing shit, they can use this situation perfectly to basically bring in martial law, man. All right, I think it's a saying that they have. You never want to waste a good, a chaotic situation or something like that. All right, something along those lines. Because like I said, we know that their motto is order out of chaos. So if they can bring about chaos, that's a plus for them. That gets them closer to the agenda that they're trying to fulfill. All right. Verse 11 from the top, it says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All right, because like I said, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the Lord gave us the insight. He gave us the secrets. The scripture says, how have the things of Esau been sought up? All right, how have he been found out? How has he been discovered? Okay, through the counsel of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, now the reason I got that is because a lot of these people thinking that they're tough and they talking big shit. Oh, you can't tell me I can't get no food. I'm gonna go in the I gotta feed my kids. I'm gonna do this. All right, you putting your face on the damn camera. All right, telling the damn motherfuckers that you about to go into the store and steal their shit, man. You're not being wise. The scriptures instruct us to walk in wisdom, to be circumspect. You're not being circumspect. You're not, viewing the whole situation. You're not looking at the bigger picture, man. And you have to have the Spirit to do so. So, hey, it is what it is. This is Proverbs 27:12. A prudent man foreseeth the evil. All right. And the evil is, like I said, that snare that's being set up for a greater agenda. All right. Esau, he wants to draw blood. He wants to bring about this new world order. He wants chaos. That's why there's all of these damn racially targeted situations that are happening. If you ain't noticed, the so-called white lady on the damn train getting stabbed by the damn Jake, which they claim, which they claim to be real, but we know it's not, man. They dissected that video and proved that it was fake, allegedly. Not really. All right. All of these damn different hangings, they're trying to jumpstart that racial tension so that the civil wars can start. Religion versus religion, belief against belief. All right. Politics, ideologies. They want people to be at odds with each other, so it's more easier to conquer them, man. All right, but let's go back here. This is Proverbs 27:12. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. All right, like I said, we're going to be at home, in the comfort of our own home, watching the chaos go down November 21st. All right, hiding ourselves, not only literally, but spiritually as well, hiding ourselves in the bosom of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, it says, but the simple pass on. They don't give a damn. They're gonna do what they want to do. They're not gonna hold themselves according to the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. They're not gonna apply the wisdom. Let the Lord say, be wise as serpents and harmless as doves, man. No, they threatening to go in the store and take these people's shit. All right, like it says, the simple pass on and are punished. All right, they're getting ready to be punished because a lot of these people, you know, when they heard about these food stamps being cut, you know, the first thing that should have came to mind was, you know, I'm gonna just put my trust in the Lord, you know, and have hope that the Lord, you know, take care of us. No, you got these people want to take matters into their own hands. You know, so the Lord is gonna allow Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, to catch them in that snare. All right, like it says in what's that, Ecclesiastes 9 and 12, I believe. Yep, Ecclesiastes 9 and 12. For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net. All right, once that net get tossed out there in the water, you know, the fishes down there minding their business, they just get snatched up all of a sudden. And that's what's getting ready to happen, man. Because these people don't see the trap that's being laid right before their very eyes. They're not gonna know it until they're snatched up right by that net. Okay, the so-called white man is clever when it comes to making something. How do I want to put it? He's basically he's clever at setting these traps, man. Putting something in plain sight that's gonna ensnare you, making you think that you got free will, but really, you know, subconsciously he coerced you into going in a certain direction so you can fall into that trap. He lured you into that trap. I'm gonna just put it like that, for lack of better words. All right. Let's go back to the top. Is Ecclesiastes 9 and 12. For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare. So are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. And we are in those times that these devils are laying snares. All the way from the deception that you see on TV, the different AI, you know, these damn different false flags, these are different these psychological operations, psyops. All of these are snares that are being laid here in these last days, so he can snare you up and trap as many people as he can. Like it says in Job, the hypocrite reign not unless the people be ensnared. All right, so that's one of his specialties. Okay, let's go to Psalms. And like I said, you know, these devils know that they're running out of time, so they have to move like this. They have to do this, man, because if not, they wasting time. This is Psalm 64 and 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who with their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? All right, Yahweh Shem Yahushai see you, man. All right, such as fear the eyes of men, but does not know, all right, that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Okay, as it says in the scriptures. Nobody can do wickedly and hide their iniquity in the dark. All right, so the Lord sees you, man, and he's putting the elect up on game about what you're doing. That's why we know through the Spirit the next move of these devils. We know what they're pulling behind the curtains through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Verse 6, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Hey, they at the round table meetings, you know, coming up with different ways on how they can ensnare the population. All right, more specifically, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because that's what it all boils down to, the antagonist and the protagonist. The protagonist being you know, the good person in the story. The antagonist being, you know, the villain, so to speak, in the story. All right, and the protagonist is Jacob, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the Israelites. And the antagonist is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, more specifically, starting with the Amalekites, man. All right, the banking families. Okay, not the damn lower level trailer park Edomites. You know, talking about the ones who is being talked about in Job 9:24, the earth being given into the hands of the wicked. All right, verse 6 again from the top. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, and they do that to a T, man. All right, they lose sleep, you know, staying up all night, coming up with different ways on how to draw blood, on how to usher in the New World Order. They stay up losing sleep, drawing on that dry erase board, you know, their plans. How can we chip everybody? Hey, man. We warning you, Jakes. It's obvious who the devil is, man, but a lot of you still got to find out the hard way. All right, you're getting ready to. It says both the inward thought of every one of them in the heart is deep. But power shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. All right, so they doing all of this, man, but, you know, at the end, they're not going to be able to perform their enterprise. Even though they're going to get a lot of things done, all right, we are going to see the micro C-HIP be ushered in, all right, but at the height of his sufficiency, okay, which the scriptures describe as the fullness of his sufficiency, is going to be brought down. All right, but before then, he's going to be allowed to ensnare and trap up a lot of people, man, bringing in that deception. Okay, I'm gonna grab one more and get up out of here. All right, that's why the Lord said this in Revelation. All right, because it boils down to the elect at the end of the day, man. This is Revelation 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall what? Which shall come upon all the world, all right, to try them that dwell upon the earth. And that's what the ultimate goal is for these elites, for these devils. All right, and they're gonna do it one step at a time. All roads lead to the MOTB. And like these two individuals stated in their videos, it's gonna start with them choking up on the food supply, them controlling the food. You're gonna have to put the people in the situation to where basically they'll be begging for a solution. Make them go without food for a certain period of time. Make the streets unsafe to be in. You know, you have to make people. You have to put them in an uncomfortable situation to where they'll be begging to take the C-HIP. That way, it's going to be justified. They're not going to have as much rebellion. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, if they just come straight off the top and just try to force it on everybody, you know, that's too much work. It's gonna take too much energy, you know, for the people that's gonna rebel. Okay, you gotta let people go weeks without food. Let people go a damn whole week without knowing when the next meal is gonna be, especially when they got kids, man. That's the perfect plan. All right, and it would be a waste of an opportunity if they didn't do it like this. That's how we know that this is what it is, man. This is what it has come to, the Hunger Games. I'm gonna end it by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rakakodash. Hey, the so-called white man is setting up a snare for you Jakes, man. And we as a prophet has been warning you. All right, you fall into that trap if you want to, and the Lord is gonna allow you to be ensnared if you want to listen. If you don't want to listen, He's going to allow you to be caught up in that trap. And the so-called white man is going to do whatever he pleases with you, man. Then you're going to be trying to call upon the Lord. But as the scripture says in Ezekiel 33 and 30, then you're going to know that a prophet have been among you. You're going to know that the prophets were right all along. That's all I got, though. Shalom.